All right, on today's Food as Medicine, we are joined by Christa Orecchio from The Whole Journey to talk a little bit about artificial sweeteners. So let's start with how bad you feel like these artificial sweeteners really are, because they're everywhere. They're all over the place in our food and our drinks and everything in between.
Yeah, they're everywhere. I think they're about as bad.
Several takes. Like we just did one, and it was like, okay,
we're
done. And I was like,
advice is to absolutely get them out of your diet because they're triggered to brain toxicity. They're neurotoxins. They're connected to cancer, weight gain, type 2 diabetes, and they're chemicals that don't belong in our body. So we want to get them out.
Let's talk a little bit about also aspartame. There's been some back and forth over whether it's actually fine for us or not. What's the deal with that?
There are some studies that I was reading where they say it hasn't proven that it's bad for you, both here and in Europe. I'm about as against aspartame as you can be, because what I know to be true and what I see in my practice is that the blue packets, those are the excitotoxins. So they trigger brain chemicals to get so excited that they quickly die.
Okay.
Those are the ones, out of all the pink, the blue, and the yellow, the blue is connected to brain problems and neurotoxicity.
We're talking about those little bags that you can get that you can put in your tea or whatever.
That are everywhere, in every restaurant.
Yeah, your coffee or anything like that.
Yeah, I think you want to avoid those like the plague.
So then that begs the question, I mean, you hate sugar too, so if you want to sweeten something up, stay away from the little bags, but should you just go for the real sugar then, or what should you do?
So the least offender of all of it that's in the conventional would be the raw sugar, and you can find that now. I'm still not a huge fan of it, but it has a little bit of chromium in it, which is the mineral, so when you can see that this raw sugar that has a little bit of brown, I mean, I'm never going to be a fan of sugar, but at least it helps you digest it a little.
Okay.
But I have all these great natural sweeteners over here, so I don't see any reason to consume this stuff when you have stevia and you have raw honey right here. You have xylitol. Look, it looks and tastes just like sugar. You can use it cup for cup in any recipe, and it doesn't affect your blood sugar. And coconut sugar, I mean, we have a lot of alternatives. They're not yet in every restaurant, they're not at every Starbucks, but I have a hope that they will be. And all the Starbucks has honey, so you can always get honey as a sweetener. But I mean, back to this stuff, Erica, I mean, after 8 years of seeing clients, they're triggering migraines and weight gain because it signals to the body. Sanjay Gupta did on CNN one of the best explanations, that it signals to the body, okay, sugar is coming down, sensitizes the cells, no sugar comes in, so that causes carb and sweet and sugar cravings. So this is why diet soda and regular soda, they're kind of one and the same.
Okay.
In the Journal of Endocrinology and Metabolism, they talk about that, about how the body views them the same, and cardiovascular problems, stroke, type 2 diabetes. Whether you drink diet soda or regular soda, you're at the greatest risk for those. And I mean, we have a lot of odds against us in today's world, and why don't we do what we can do for ourselves to keep ourselves healthy? I'm not saying get rid of the sweetness.
Right.
I'm saying get rid of the things that cause a really big challenge to the body.
So if I had a cup of coffee right now and I wanted to sweeten it up, what would you suggest I put in it? These things?
I would suggest you put coconut sugar. I mean, that's my favorite. It looks and tastes just like brown sugar. I have it in a container here.
Okay.
You want to think about, there's something called the glycemic index, and that measures how much something affects your blood sugar or could cause weight gain or problems. Table sugar is 100, okay? And so coconut sugar is a 35. So why wouldn't you choose something that tastes just as good and is so much better for you?
Okay.
Stevia is a 0, and xylitol here is a 7. Not everybody can handle xylitol, but there's options. And
so if you're baking instead of regular sugar, would you use this kind of sugar as well as a substitute?
Absolutely.
You would? Okay.
Absolutely. Some people are using the stevia and they complain that it has an aftertaste and they don't like it. And my mom just texted me this morning. She's trying to upgrade her Christmas cookie recipes, and I said, use coconut sugar.
You did? And she said yes?
And she said yes.
Okay.
She said, that's what I thought you'd say. So it's you don't have to sacrifice taste, and then you also don't have to have a negative interaction.
Right.
And gum is so important because people forget about it. They think about it like a non-food.
Right.
And then I have these clients that are having so many different health problems. Finally, I see that they're chewing conventional gum all day long.
Okay.
So you're getting a slow, steady hit of aspartame.
So this
when
is
do
what you
that.
recommend.
So
right
I
here?
recommend natural gum.
Okay.
Yeah, so here this gum, there's this propolis gum.
Right.
And right here, there's also a good one, Spry and Xylochew. These are all naturally sweetened. They use xylitol. The flavor doesn't last as long, but you shouldn't be chewing gum for hours
All
on
the time
end
anyway.
because
Yeah.
then your body stops producing enzymes.
It's true. And this is decent? This tastes okay?
Yeah. Yeah, go ahead. Go for it.
You know I will.
I mean, it might lose its flavor in a half an hour, but that's what you choose. And I have to tell you the story of sucralose, of Splenda.
There you go.
Alan's going to vet it out too. So I took this biochem class a couple of years ago, and the professor told us the story about how Splenda came to be, and they were making a pesticide, and the lead researcher was Indian, and he told his group to test it, and with his accent, it sounded like taste it. He went, taste it, and so this pesticide, they end up tasting it, and then they realize that is so sweet. This is how that was born, because sucralose is a sugar molecule that's been shot with chlorine.
Wow.
So that it doesn't fit in the cell as a calorie. And you know, we're not drinking the pool water when we go swimming. We shouldn't be putting it in our coffee and tea.
That's wild. Christa, thank you so much as always. By the way, Christa does online coaching on her website, The Whole Journey. We posted more information on our website. It's up on your screen right there if you want to contact her. But it's also on our website, fox5sandiego.com. Click that Scene on tab. Mr. Martinez, I'm sharing with you, friend. This gum has your name on it.
How was it? How is the gum?
Yeah, good.
Good gum?
Pass the test.